watching Transfiguration Today, your source for news from our church community.
Hi there, welcome to Transfiguration Today. I'm Dan Blankowski. Thank you for clicking on us. Feel free to share us all over the place if you'd like. Coming up in a couple minutes, we're going to take you on a mission trip with Christ's team. But first, we have to say goodbye to an old friend. Well, he's not really old. Lucas McHenry, our co-director of liturgy and music, is moving on. He's accepted a position at St. Oliver Plunkett Church in Snellville, heading up their department. This is a terrific opportunity for Lucas and his family, so while he'll be missed terribly here, we're really happy for him and what the future holds. Lucas's last day with us will be August 12th. We say goodbye to Lucas, but it's almost time to welcome another priest into our community. Father Tan Pham will begin his assignment at Transfiguration in August. We'll formally welcome him with a reception in Bishop Hall on Sunday, August 5th, after the noon Mass. Father Tan is a Jesuit priest spending time doing parochial work in the Archdiocese of Atlanta. Come on out and show him our legendary hospitality and just how grateful we are to have more priests on August 5th. August in the South means four things. 1, it's hot. 2, it's really hot. 3, it's really, really hot. And 4, it's time to start shopping for back to school. Our religious education department has it cranked up to 11, getting ready for the new school year. But one thing is still missing, and that's you. Kids are registering every day, but we still need teachers. The greatest need for volunteers is in the elementary program. And why should you volunteer?
You should sign up to be a catechist because it is a rewarding volunteer opportunity in which you pass down your faith to the next generation. I do believe that the catechists probably learn more than the children, but it is rewarding and fun for everybody involved.
To help out with prep, just contact Joyce Juris or Sheila Murray in the Religious Education Office. If you have a child who's received his or her first communion and would like to be an altar server, now is the time to start making that happen. The liturgy department is looking for new altar servers right now. Boys and girls who have received their first Eucharist and who are enrolled in either religious education or Catholic school are eligible. There's a 3-part training series that all candidates must attend beginning August 8th. You can fill out the registration form to sign up your child online by visiting the Liturgy and Music page right here on transfiguration.com. And for more information, just contact Kathy Montag. We want to offer congratulations to Transfiguration's theater players for another successful production. Back on July 20th and 21st, our theater group performed the Southern comedy Hallelujah Girls to full audiences. Folks were laughing all night long as Pat Kern and Nancy McPartland, Catherine Raymond, Leona McGargy, Pat Pereira, Mary McClendon, Pete Borden, and Dick McComb broke their collective legs on stage. Be sure to catch the next production, Tuesdays with Maury, coming up in October.
Este anuncio es solo para las mujeres de nuestra comunidad y sus amigas. Las invitamos a participar de los ejercicios espirituales de San Ignacio de Loyola, los cuales te ayudarán a formar e informar tu fe. Son 4 domingos consecutivos del 5 al 26 de agosto. El lugar es la Casa de Retiro San Ignacio, de 7 a 9 de la noche y con un costo de $10 por clase. Para inscribirse, por favor ponerse en contacto con la señora Yolanda Berríos en el Ministerio Hispano.
The Pope has an audience with him. He wears vestments to bed. He knows all 151 Psalms. That's right. 151. His mustache alone has resolved theological debates. His aftershave smells like chrism. He doesn't slice bread. He breaks it. He is the most interesting Catholic in the world.
I don't always speak in churches, but when I do, I prefer that they be full. Stay holy, my friends.
Christ's team went on 3 mission trips this year, including one to Nicaragua, and a couple of folks who went on those trips shared their experiences with us.
I went to Betsy Lane, Kentucky, which is somewhere in the eastern mountains of Kentucky, about an hour's away from Virginia. It is a completely different world in its own sense. It's nothing like I've ever been around. It is a very impoverished area in America where there's just little towns scattered around and just small populations of people and very rundown housing, and there's not a lot of utilities or anything. Like, air conditioning is a luxury there.
I went to Nicaragua. We stayed in a city called Trinidad at a compound that was made for the mission trips. And so that's where we slept and ate, and we traveled all over the country.
I was at a lady's house on Loretta for 3 days, and we were painting her kitchen, her hallway, bathroom, bedroom, stained her deck that they had just built for her, and just trying to keep her company.
Well, the main goal of the organization that we went with, Amigos for Christ, was to provide clean water to communities around in Nicaragua. And so a lot of what we did was just to help with that process. 2 of the days we just spent just digging. We dug ditches. They're probably like 3 or 4 feet deep and like about a foot wide, just to lay piping.
They were just easily some of the nicest that we've ever had, more than gracious. I know a lot of people were very shocked at the work ethic of their residents, and they were just willing to jump in and help them with it rather than just kind of sitting on the side and watching. And they were just so grateful at what we were doing for them. And the lady told me that she wanted me to stay with her.
We worked alongside people in the community that were so enthusiastic and so excited that we were there. And they were like so much stronger than we were, so they were able to speed up the process a lot. But we got to go to all these different houses in the community, and that was really, really neat because even though I can't speak that much Spanish, I was able to converse enough with them to learn about their family and some of their what they do in the community, and it was really neat to go and like see their homes. A lot of them just like welcomed us in and offered us food, and that was a really neat experience.
There's a lot of need. I mean, there's so much that can be done. I mean, even just the little things of, I mean, so many of them are just elderly people. I mean, the lady I was with has been a widow for 22 years, and just the need of company is enough in so many different places. Just having people there, like knowing that they care for you, or just doing the little things, it goes so far, in my opinion.
In the villages that we went to, the basic need of water was what they really needed the most. They did a lot with what they had, and they were able to feed their children and clothe themselves, and a lot of them did make a living. It was just really incredible that all that they needed was just this basic necessity of water, and that we were there, that we live in this part of the country that we're so fortunate to have all this technology and education and food, and we take all that for granted. And that was just, I know it hit a lot of people really hard when we first got there.
It's a reminder to me that we are so blessed in everything that we have, and it just tells me that there's always more than I can do. We get complacent in the lives that we live and the comfort that we have at homes, and there's so many times that we need to just step outside of our comfort zone and go out and do things for other people selflessly, and just remind ourselves about what other people go through in their daily lives.
It was really hard for me when I first got there, and I didn't understand why these people didn't have water, why God gave me water and fresh food and a bed to sleep in when these people didn't even have clean water. Like, that was really hard for me. But as the week went on, I realized that God loved these people just as much as He loved me, because He sent Amigos for Christ to their communities, and He sent us all there to give them the water that they needed and that they required to live. And He changed everyone in the process. I know I was changed just by that experience and by that recollection, and a lot of the people there were changed too, because they really understood what clean water would mean to them and their families and their children.
Take a leap of faith. That's the easiest way to describe it. It's going to be nothing like you've ever done before, and it's honestly just a way, it's a culture shock, and it's a way to test your faith and grow in it so much, and it's a wonderful experience for anyone.
That was my favorite part of the whole trip, was my personal spiritual journey. It took me a lot to be able to go on the trip, but I really, really felt called to the trip, and I love community service and I love mission trips, and I really, really wanted to go on this trip. And when I was finally able to go, I didn't really know what to expect, and I prayed about it a lot before I left, but I was just open to a new experience, and it was life-changing when I got there. After the first couple of days, we were worshiping all together as a group, and we were just singing, and we were singing the song How He Loves. And I really love that song, and I've known it for a while, but when I sang it with all the people there in for Amigos for Christ, and we were all singing together, it hit me what it really meant, what that song really meant. That he loved all the people of Nicaragua so much that he sent us to them. And he loves us so much that he called every single one of us to Nicaragua and to Amigos for Christ. And when I realized that, it was just overwhelming. I just started crying, and I was just overtaken by his glory and by his love and how much he loves us. And that one line of the song, you just keep singing over and over again, how he loves, how he loves. And it just was so true in Nicaragua. It didn't matter what language we spoke or what nationality we were. His love was just eternal and universal, and it was just an amazing thing that I was able to see that, and then he was able to show that to me. And by being his hands and his feet, and just letting the Holy Spirit fill me while I was on that trip was just incredible. And I traveled so much in my walk with him when I was able to recognize how big and immense his love was, and that I didn't need to worry about my life very much here because I'm so fortunate where I am, and that whenever I can, just to remember to be his hands and feet and to just let him live my life. And I was able to really understand that we were all made to love him, and we were made to show other people that love. And by going to Nicaragua, I was his hands and his feet, and I was able to show these people how much he loved, and he was able to work through me.
I think it's the community that you build with being around people from all over the United States. I mean, we were with people from all over the Midwest. There was a couple of groups from Atlanta, and just knowing that there are people all over the country and even all over the world that are wanting to do the same work that you're doing is just incredible.
And when I was working and when I was talking to Nicaraguans and just interacting with other amigos and other people from Transfiguration, and we were all able to grow together and just recognize that he loves us so much and that we are here to show other people that love.
Well, that's it for another edition of Transfiguration Today. Thank you for clicking on us and watching. Feel free to share us all over Facebook and even Twitter. But wait, there's more. Now you can find us on Pinterest. Visit us for recipes too. I'm Dan Blankowski. We'll see you back here on August 8th.